And welcome back. You're listening to Home Wizards. I'm Cindy Dole.
Hey, Eric Stromer.
And thanks for hanging out with us. Hope you're enjoying all the possibilities that are there for you in 2015 with your home and your life. And we're here to help you figure out some cool things to do, to kind of think, feel like you've got a new, fresh start.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity. You start with a blank slate. You can kind of let all the old stuff from last year go, all those resolutions that maybe didn't come together. Now you can start a new, better, brighter, more hopeful list. And I think a great way to start the new year would be some successful and great way to do lighting so you can actually see while you're trying to do stuff in a task environment, right?
So what kind of lighting would you suggest that we incorporate?
Well, I mean, I think you want to think about what's the purpose of it. Is it going to be twofold? Is it going to be task only? If it's task only, great overhead hanging fixtures, singularly are perfect for that kind of environment where you're at an office situation. Don't forget the rule of threes. If you're going to hang pendants somewhere, you'd probably want to do 3, not 2.
And where did that come from?
That's just a design thing. It gives you more, like if you're on a counter and you've got 4 seats and only 2 lights, it ends up looking kind of strange. And the positioning of the lighting is kind of difficult to do, and you're not going to have a real overall good look to it. If you do 3, it just seems to balance, and then everybody's got a light in between them if they're sitting at a counter.
God, it stretches it out a little bit more.
Yeah, and for some reason, it just seems like it looks more aesthetically pleasing to have 3 versus 2. Okay. Now, unfortunately, I have 2 in my kitchen, and it looks terrible. And every time I look at it, I shake my head, and then I put my head down and go, "Yeah, rule of 3."
Can you add one?
I got 2. No, because I already put the 2 holes in. I don't want to patch the ceiling again. So I have the rule of 2s. End of story.
All right. Okay. Yeah. What about if we wanted to add some of those LED strips too?
Boy, those are great, and the quality of the light now with the LED lights, it's great. It used to be very, very blue, and it would feel like I'm in a hospital. This is terrible lighting, but now they've warmed it up. There are definitely ways to actually have filtration on them to make them have different color palettes to them, like that hue that I have, which is great because you can literally become a lighting designer in your own home with an app on your iPhone. But yeah, try and think about things that are not using a lot of energy. Steer clear of that old incandescent halogen light that I have still in my kitchen where the bulbs burn out every 7 seconds. They're $9 a bulb now. It's just terrible. So I'm going to rip those out and start over, do the LED lighting.
What about for a closet? Would the LED strips, can we use an LED strip that is battery operated? Do they have that?
Yeah, they do. And the good news about that is that they don't give off a lot of heat. So if it's a small environment and the light is on, it doesn't kind of make that closet hot. Sometimes in the old school lighting configurations in closets, you leave the door closed and the light was on accidentally, it would feel like a hot box in there. It almost feels like a fire hazard.
Sure.
So the good stuff, the LEDs, I think are great for that reason. Keeps everything cool. There's zero emission of heat.
Yeah. Okay. Because I think I want to add some of the LED strip lights to my closet.
I think you better.
It's kind of dark.
Yeah, and then you really get a chance to see all the clothes you're not wearing, and then you can go, wait, maybe I should take these out. It's like a tumbling thing that occurs where you're like, oh my God, I'm in free fall. Now I see that I have all this stuff that doesn't fit me anymore. Now what do I do?
And you can see your shoes and everything.
There you go.
What about moving some of the furniture around too? I mean, rearranging the furniture is, it's a no-brainer. It doesn't cost anything, and it's amazing how that kind of changes your perspective.
I know. Listen, I just took the Christmas tree out yesterday, put it in the street, right, for it to be picked up. I had moved like a piece of furniture that's a bench seat in my living room to another room. When I moved it to make room for the tree, it actually ended up feeling, wow, this is a great thing what I just did. There's more seating in this room, but now that the tree is out and I'm putting it back, it's like, empty. Wait a minute, now that's good too. Hey, just because I moved the stuff around a couple of times, feels like I got a new room. So maybe even every couple of months, every 6-7 months, why not? It just makes you feel like you have a new space.
And how was your tree? Did it hold up pretty well?
It did. It held up great. I watered it. My kid's job was to get down there, get the water in there, and keep it going. So it worked out really good. It actually, as I removed it, not too many leaves fell off, so I think I did pretty good.
Good. Yeah. What about using this time as we're thinking about just kind of jump-starting our place, whether it's a house or an apartment, condo, whatever, just kind of revamping all the hardware in the kitchen, in the bathroom, That's
a great way to facelift any cabinet. I mean, you You have single pull and you have double pull hardware. So the single pull is just one screw that goes through the cabinet or the drawer. And if you are going to replace them, it's easier just to go with what you already have, but change out the fixture. Don't get a 2-hole pull when you have 1 hole only, because then you got to reposition and patch, paint. It's a big deal. But if you just stick to what you already have and just replace it, make sure you take all the handles with you so you know exactly your count and the length of the screws per each thing. The cabinet screws for drawers and doors are different lengths. So you want to make sure that you have either adjustable screws that you can snip off and make them the right length, or the right length screws for that particular experience there.
And maybe take a drawer with you.
Yeah, you could do that too. But remember that a lot of times the screws are different lengths. For drawers, they're going to be thicker, and for cabinets, they're going to be thinner. So don't make the mistake of just buying 40 of one length, and then you got to go back to the store and get more. So double check before you go.
Now, we talked about how the color for 2015 is Marsala, and that's kind of like this burnt red. It's not my favorite color.
And I haven't seen it so far that much.
Haven't seen it that much, but it's gonna be big in clothing. We're gonna see it in home things.
Yeah.
And so maybe if that speaks to you, or there's other colors that you might like, why not paint your front door? Darn it, make that one of your changes.
Why not go Marsala?
You could.
Give it a try. See if you like it. See if the neighbors respond favorably.
Yeah.
They might not.
They might not like it, or you might like it, and who cares what they think? You like it.
Maybe just go paint their door Marsala and don't paint
See
yours.
what they
and
notice.
say, do you guys like this? Because I thought it was okay.
You know what else is a really good thing to do is to get out the old medicine bottles that you might have in your medicine cabinet.
I got a lot of old vitamins. I just did this. I went through the cabinet and I was like,
and the expiration date was what?
Vitamin C from 1947. This probably isn't going to work anymore.
Yeah.
Because by the way, those vitamins are a result of old New Year's resolutions 7-8 years ago. I'm gonna take calcium.
And then this just sitting there.
And then it just sits there for 3 years.
A full bottle.
Full bottle with one gone because it upset your stomach.
Yeah.
So go through your cabinets, find the dates on everything. If it doesn't work and it's expired, throw it out, get it out of your house.
I mean, it's amazing how the time just catches up with you. And you go, oh my gosh, it's 5-year-old medicine. It isn't like it just lasts forever. You know what I mean?
Vitamins are the graveyard of failed New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, it's a little depressing.
It really is.
A little depressing.
Yeah.
This is also a good time to get new bedding. There's a lot of mattress sales still that are going on, or maybe it's just pillows, or maybe it's just sheets. But, why not treat yourself, here in the new year to a great new fluffy bed, better pillows for your neck.
Yes.
Maybe it's a new comforter, or at the very least, some great quality sheets.
That makes a huge difference.
And maybe even towels.
And it's not necessarily the number of thread and the thread count. It's the Egyptian cotton you want. You want the Please understand this. Don't be thrown by the high amount of thread count. It doesn't do anything. It's the Egyptian cotton.
It's a little bit of a mind game, isn't it?
Yes,
when you go out there. And the same thing applies to the thread count for the towels, nice heavy towels.
Yeah.
And you have to really pay attention, because some of them you can see they already have threads where they've kind of snagged.
Yeah, that's right.
And you want it to feel really thick and not have those little spools that are unraveling, because I've had that happen where you get a bad one. Something good for your dining room that's going to be really inexpensive to kind of jumpstart your home, and those are chair slip covers.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And those are good because, if grandma spills the gravy on the seat of the cushion, guess what? Take it off, put it in the washing machine.
I'm not upset.
And I'm not saying grandma's going to do it every time. I'm just saying she might. And
it might not be grandma. Yeah, it might be somebody else.
That's right.
Use this time to spruce up the entryway too. It's the first thing that everyone sees. So create like a little vignette. Maybe you have a little entry table with some cool accessories. Maybe it's a vase or a plant or something, just to kind of feel fresh, like it's the new season.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing speaks like a warm home more than fresh flowers. And if you've got a great vase in the front entryway and you change those out every couple of days, it makes it more welcoming, I think.
Now,
Beautiful.
another thing that's going to be kind of unexpected and cool to quickly and easily kind of decorate your place and give it a new kind of a start, a fresh look. You know how if you're in your little dining room area or a breakfast nook, you might have some windows.
Yeah.
This is something that designers will do is they will take a little display of art and position it like right kind of over and in between the windows. So it's almost like layered. In other words, you're hanging a picture. Let's say it's like an 8x10 picture. And let's say the gap between the windows is no more than, I don't know, maybe 6 inches.
Yeah.
You kind of use that so the frame is overlapping the molding of the windows.
Ooh.
So it kind of gives you like a layered, unlayered,
You're out of the
dimensional.
box. You're
It's
out of
just
the
a
box.
little different.
You went out of the lines.
A little different, yeah.
I
So
like it.
any of these things, I mean, they're inexpensive, they're fun ways to kind of restart your home, give yourself a new look, right? Anyway, when we come back, we have some more great things you can do because after all, this is the new you and the new home without having to spend the bucks. Eric Stromer, Cindy Dole, you're listening to Home Wizards.